Hi guys, my name is AJ and it's great to have you back on AJ Budgeting. On my channel, I aim to be open and honest while still respecting my privacy. My goal is to cater to everyone with my content, and I create videos such as budgeting, cash stuffing sessions for me and my husband's budget, making budgeting adjustments, unboxing items from small businesses that I support, documenting my journey to becoming debt-free, monthly recaps, and also showing products that I have available in my shop. And I know this video has been longer waiting. I've been talking about it for a couple months now, and I am doing the video. So this is going to be a debt update video for Q3 for the months July through September. We're currently in November, so my apologies for that. However, let's go ahead and get you guys set up so you can see my computer screen. That way I can explain everything in detail. You can also see the numbers. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay guys, I am back. I just had to make sure I got the right angle so you can see everything. Let me know in the comments down below if I need to do better angles for this type of video. My office has been redone, so that's why in my videos you see like a lighter setup, because I did get a new desk and everything. So I was able to position my computer away from the window. But just let me know if this angle is good or not. So let's do a recap of April to June. I was doing a lot of good things in this middle column for, I would call this Q2. I was down by my debt by like almost $5,500, as you can see by right here, because the total debt for the year, I started off with $70,741.08 when I first started doing this. I had $31,176.23 in credit card debt. Between car loan and student loans was $39,564.85, which got us to that balance. In my debt tracker, I do not include the house debt, which is my mortgage, or my backyard, because those are things that just goes with the house, and it'll make this number really be like super obscene, and I did not want to do that because I did not want to freak myself out. I know owning a house is a blessing, but the debt wise for that is just crazy. But yeah, so let's get into some things that happened in July. So the first thing that kept happening in the second quarter is my dog. This is why we had to do the backyard. He kept getting injured with like the weeds and stuff that was in the backyard. We had to have him have like a little minor surgery on his paw because a weed got embedded into the webbing of his paw, if that makes any sense. Like this area right here, it was like embedded, so we had to have surgery for that. And then another thing is it was just causing like a lot of abrasions on his skin, which when my husband did pull up the weeds, it did not make it any better because my dog has the same outdoor allergies as me. So then his allergies just started flaring up really bad. So that prompted us to get our backyard done, and they started doing that in August, and they were done by I believe like September 12th or 11th, something like that. Another thing that happened was me and my husband got new cars. I personally got a new car because one, I had a 2020 Kia Optima with over 100,000 miles on it. I love Kias. I love their extended warranties. However, their engine and transmission problems always outdoes the brand. If you know Kia, they're notorious for like engine problems and transmission problems and stuff like that. And after I reached over the 100,000 mile mark, I just did not honestly feel like keep paying like arm and a leg for maintenance. And in order for me to get a new car or, you know, swap cars, I had to do a cost analysis. And how I did this was I took my monthly payment, how much I was paying in gas on average, and then how much I was paying for maintenance. When I bought my car, I bought the, what is it called? The package where I can get like free oil changes, but they were also doing me a service because I was getting oil changes probably like every month, every other month, because of how far my job is from my house, which is fine. So sometimes I did have to pay for it, which is on average like $60, $70, and then other times it was free. So then when it starts getting to like, you know, you're 30, you're 45, you're 60, you're 100,000 miles, anything over that, you need to get spark plugs, new brakes. I had already got new tires and stuff like that. And that was going to be like another $1,000 that I had to drop, when literally like 3 months ago, I had already dropped like another $1,000 on fixing like some of the stuff when I was around like 80-ish, 90-ish thousand miles. So when I did my cost analysis for my old car, on average per month between maintenance, gas, and like random stuff that I had to get fixed, it was costing me on average between $1,300 to $1,500 a month to maintain that car. And that is including insurance. So that's a lot. And my car note for that car was only I'm gonna just say $500, right? So that extra stuff was spent on gas, majority, and on maintenance, literally. So that was like, all right, whatever. It was a lot. And I knew Kia's wasn't reliable when it came to, you know, their engines and their transmissions because of that. And I'm just like, okay, I don't want to be in a predicament where my engine goes out or my trans goes out and I'm outside the warranty period and I have to pay for that. And like a new engine is at least like, depending on the car, $3,000 to $5,000, and a new trans is about the same. And sometimes it's not even worth it to do that, especially for those cars, because you might consistently have the same problem. Even though I did love my Kia, I just needed to get rid of it because this was a financial decision that needed to be made. So what I ended up doing, I ended up getting me a Tesla. I got a Model Y, which is an electric car. And in the meantime, when I was in the process of getting this car, I installed a charger at home. I do have solar, so we can charge our cars at home. And the only reason why we ended up both getting Teslas, because my husband wanted to look at the EV9 at Kia because he had a Telluride. We went there and they wanted his car note to be like something like $1,600, $1,700. And that was crazy. And I told him no. I was like, no, you're not doing that. So when we went to Tesla, I was like, well, it's around the corner. Let's just go to Tesla and see. And my car that I originally wanted when I was talking about getting a Tesla since like 2020 was a Model Y. Come to find out, I don't like the Model 3s. I don't like the Model 3s. They're too fast, okay? If you know, they're too fast. I wanted like a SUV, which is completely out of the norm for me. So the sales guy convinced me to drive a Model Y, and I liked it. So that's the car that I have. My husband got a Model 3. I think he got the performance version, which is another reason why I do not like driving this car. It's too fast. Okay, cool. But the difference between my car note for my Kia and my Model Y is my Kia car note was, I'm gonna say, about $500. My new car is $900, but I paid $1,050 because I'm paying the car off sooner rather than later. And each month that I do that, it's pulling down my car note each month to the point where I'm not gonna have a car note. I think for this month, as I'm recording in November, my car note is only like $770 because of that. So if that's something that you guys want to do, my best advice is to take your car note, divide it by 12, and that for that first number. So for mine, it was like $75 to pay it off a year early, and I times it by 2, and that is $150 for me to pay it 2 years early. Once it gets down to having no balance, I'm gonna up it again to the 3-year mark and pay the max of like $225 extra a month to pay it off 3 years early. I just want my card note to say I have nothing due first. So that's why you see from April, my car loan balance was $19,997.37, and it went up to $54,009 $54,089.54. This was the ending at the end of that. Since my car was not paid off, I did roll over negative equity, not that much, but I did roll over some. I also did get a $7,500 tax credit from the state of California and whatnot. So those were the reasons why I chose to get a new car. It just looked better for my financial situation, especially when it came to like maintenance and stuff. And I already had the ability to charge it at home. I can use a supercharger, and when I use a supercharger, it only costs like $25 max. So I'm happy about that. I'm not complaining. Another reason why I wanted to get a new car is I did not want to be stuck in a predicament where I did not have a car, especially with how unreliable Kia is with their motors and their transmissions, where my car's broke down and I can't even trade it in to get a new one because it's not even working. So I think that would have put me in a bigger situation than me just getting a new car. But when I redid the cost analysis, when I transferred cars, basically, everything is, so my car note is $900. My car insurance is literally only $165. I'll say $170 max, and that's it. I don't have to pay for anything else. So my total monthly payment hypothetically is $1,070, which I am saving on average between $430 and $400 to $270, I think, which is better than spending more. If it didn't make the most financial sense to me, I was not doing it, in all honesty. All right, so now that we got that squared away, that was like the biggest change on my my debt income spreadsheet for quarter 3. I did end up getting a balance on Journey because my mom, I promised her that I would get her a stove. And so on that card, she's an authorized user, so I just told her to use that and I will end up paying it off. My Citibank card did go down. My Discover did go up. Barclay did go up. American Express did go up. My American Express card that I share with my husband did go up drastically. A lot of this is business purchases, and I did my woven collection on this. If you have not seen it, there is a video about it on my channel. Me personally, I think the quality is great. It's definitely throws you off because you think the texture is one thing when it's another thing. Merit Bank went down. PayPal did go up a little bit. Bob's went down, and my Navy Federal went up a little bit. So now for a total of credit card debt in quarter 3, I have $32,026.56, which is an increase of $3,427.20. For my car loan, it went up, obviously, and then my student loans, they're constantly going down. So my total balance now for this portion is $70,271.98, and that went up by, this went up by $33,600 $616. So now my new total balance of debt is $102,298.54. I don't know why that's right there. It's supposed to be this. So that is my total debt now, which is an increase of $37,043.20, which in the sense of things is nerve-wracking, because I had a goal to pay off $10,000 for this year in debt, but I got halfway to that and I basically undid what I was doing. But you know, it's okay. Life throws us curveballs, and I had to make the best decision that I needed for myself financially, so I would not be stuck in a predicament where I would possibly have 2 car notes because a car that I have not paid off that's broken down, or and a new car. I think that would be worse than whatever. I honestly think that would be worse than me just like switching out cars. And this will be the last car that I switch. I know with Teslas, it does not carry a lot of maintenance costs, but I'm still going to be saving for maintenance because you still have tires, you still have brakes. The only thing it's going to alert you on is the windshield wiper fluid, LOL. But also just in the case of like something happens with the car, I need to make sure I have money saved up from that as well. But from talking to other people before I even bought the car, and talking to people at the dealership that have had their cars since like 2018, I would say. I talked to a lady who had her since like 2017, 2018. I'm getting confused on the year, but she loves it. She had over like 100,000 miles on it. Battery still worked and whatever. I think it's just how you take care of the car, what it all boils down to for any type of car that you have. And I know some people don't like electric cars, but in California it's very beneficial because you get like a whole bunch of tax write-offs for it. But this is how my debt is looking halfway through Q4, because I am recording this video again super late. But I am excited to see what I end the year off with and what we are going into next year for 2025, because it's coming up on us quickly. We only have like a couple more days left. I would say less than 60 days left for the year, which is crazy. So we are going to just keep chipping down at this budget and at this debt until I'm getting back in a place where I'm comfortable. Because right now, I will admit I am a little uncomfortable when it comes to like looking at this and acknowledging that besides the house and the backyard, I have $102,000 in debt. But it's from 3 different streams. It's from my credit card, my car loan, and my student loan. So if you guys have any questions, just link it down below. I did not buy this spreadsheet. I made this spreadsheet on Word when I used the column method, and I just inputted it like that because I'm not good at Excel. I'm not going to act like I'm good at Excel. I'm really good at Word and PowerPoint. So that's how I make majority of my stuff is Word and PowerPoint when it comes to showing you guys stuff. But if you have any questions, just leave them down below. And as always, guys, happy savings.